When I made my research concerning BRICS, I found out that the aim of this particular summit, the main aim of coming together of this country to form BRICS, in case you don't know the meaning of BRICS, I'm going to give you the meaning later, is to reshape the economy of this country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're watching this video from and the time you're going to see this video. I remain my humble self, the Eichmann. In the BRICS Summit this year, the president of South Africa has announced that they have sent invitation to more countries to join BRICS. Like I said before, BRICS is an acronym of about 5 countries that form this to reshape the economy of that country. And the country involved in this BRICS are Brazil, India, South Africa, Russia, and China. They are the ones that form BRICS to reshape the economy of the country and the countries that will join. On the summit this year, the president of South Africa announced that more countries have received an invitation to join them. And the countries include UAE, Ethiopia, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and other countries he's mentioned. For us to get the full details in this particular video, watch this video you're gonna see here. Now, as you're watching it, try to share it, like it, comment, and follow my page. Because according to my research as well, their aim is to reshape and also compete with, and as time goes on, they are going to have their own currency that will compete with dollar as well. Watch this video and share it with me.
Diplomacy is like a game of tug-of-war. Often one side overpowers the other, but sometimes it ends in a draw. That's the story of the BRICS Summit this year. There was a lot of back and forth, 11th-hour negotiations, and a broad range of differing opinion. There were some interesting moments too, like this one. That's Prime Minister Modi with President Xi Jinping. We don't know what they're talking about. Reports say both leaders had a brief exchange in Johannesburg. This was just before today's news conference, where the host, South Africa, made this announcement.
We have decided to invite the Argentine Republic, the Arab Republic of Egypt, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to become full members of BRICS. The membership will take effect from the 1st of January 2024. Thank you very much.
That was the biggest outcome from today, an agreement on expansion. 6 more countries have got an invite to join BRICS: Saudi Arabia, Iran, the UAE, Egypt, Argentina, and Ethiopia. When will they be admitted to BRICS? On the 1st of January 2024, and this is a significant feat. For a while now, the BRICS countries have been talking about expansion. They backed the idea publicly, but the members bickered over the process. The disagreements have been widely reported, including on this show. Broadly, the divisions were over 2 points: how many and how soon? How many new members should join, and at what pace should the BRICS expand? These were the points of debate. China and Russia pushed for sweeping changes. They wanted more members, and they wanted them quickly. They wanted a bigger BRICS. But India, and to some extent Brazil, wanted to be more selective. They wanted to maintain some exclusivity. The host, South Africa, had received inquiries from more than 40 countries. They expressed an interest in joining BRICS. 40 countries. Out of these, 22 countries applied formally. So the pool of potential candidates was quite big. Ultimately, the group agreed upon 6 names. Right now, BRICS has 5 members: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. That's where it gets its name, BRICS. By next year, they will have 11 members. Today, BRICS economies represent 23% of the world's GDP and 42% of the world's population. The new BRICS will represent 36% of the world's GDP and 46% of the world's population. South Africa hosted the summit this year, and they were the last ones to join BRICS in the year 2011. So for 12 years, the group remained as is. Now, South Africa has played a key role in its expansion, and they say this is just the first phase. That's the term the South African president used, the first phase of expansion. So who's joining next, and what for? Here's what the leaders of South Africa and Brazil had to say.
We have consensus on the first phase of this expansion process, and other phases will follow.
The relevance of BRICS is confirmed by the growing interest of other countries in joining our group.
So while the purpose and direction of BRICS is being debated, more and more countries want to join it. Prime Minister Modi said India will work with other BRICS aspirants.
Friends, BRICS का विस्तार एवं आधुनिकीकरण इस बात का संदेश है कि विश्व के सभी इंस्टीट्यूशंस को बदलते समय की परिस्थितियों के अनुरूप ढलना चाहिए.
What about Russia and China? They're thrilled about the expansion. Xi Jinping called the announcement historic. Putin congratulated the new members.
These new members provide a new starting point for BRICS cooperation and inject new impetus into the BRICS cooperation mechanism.
I would like to congratulate our new members who will work full scale next year. I would like to assure all colleagues that we will continue the work that we have started today to expand the influence of BRICS in the world.
Influence, that's what the BRICS is looking for. Its members placed a bet on two ideas, expansion and a BRICS currency. There's been some headway on expansion, but the BRICS currency is a long shot. Brazil's President Lula da Silva made a pitch for it. He found no takers. India refused to entertain the proposal. South Africa kept it out of the agenda. What the BRICS is discussing instead is using their own currencies for trade. That still remains a possibility. And what does that mean? It means ditching the US dollar and paying for goods in native currencies. The BRICS still wants to explore this idea. They will discuss it at the next summit. A bigger BRICS will boost the de-dollarization sentiment. One clear possibility is on the energy front. Some of the new members are the world's leading energy exporters, the likes of Saudi Arabia, the UAE, also Iran and Brazil. A few years back, it would have been difficult to imagine all these countries together in the same group. But the times have changed, old divides are being bridged, and at BRICS, they could create new synergies. Most of the world buys energy in US dollars. The BRICS could choose to transact in alternative currencies, and that's just one scenario. It's still early days. We're yet to see the full impact of this expansion. Will it mend ties or make them worse?